Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we are looking at the KZ PR1. This is the HiFi version. I don't have the standard or balanced version. It comes with a typical, one of the better KZ cables. This actually fits in my phone, so I like that. It's an angled cable. Good quality. It's got a nice thickness to it. Especially considering these are in the budget range. You get these white star tips, and these are true star tips, but they're just white. They have the little things in the front. I don't know if it'll pick it up. But really good looking. I'll put that over there and put this over here for a second. So I do like the tips that come with it. They're decent enough considering, I mean, this is still like, I forget what this is selling for now. What was it, 70, 80? Depends on the discount that you can find. I'll try to find you the best discount. There it is. They're absolutely gorgeous. Now, the standard ones, this will be resin in the back or plastic. There's a nice nozzle there. All metal construction. Typical QDC connector. You got all these vents all over the back and over here, venting. See the little grill in there. Very nice construction indeed. So let's take a look at the specs on this. This obviously is a planar magnetic. It is 16 ohms. It has a frequency response of 20 to 40 kilohertz. Sensitivity is 96.89. I don't think I've ever seen a point. 3.5 millimeter termination, 0.75 millimeter QDC connector. Weighs about 75 grams. It's not exactly the heaviest, but it is built well. That's basically all you need to know there. What does this one say? Aluminum alloy face over transparent resin. That's the regular one. I don't know why I pulled that one up. It is a 13.2 millimeter dual cavity planar magnetic, and there's been a lot of like cutaways about it and everything, so you should be able to find the cutout if you're interested in the driver in there. Absolutely gorgeous looking IEM. That said, what does it sound like? Okay, so this one's going to be very good, to be honest. It has a nice richness to it. There's some nice mids there. They are a little bit recessed because this is overall a V shape. After burning, I noticed that the bass was a little bit better, more controlled, less powerful, but it still has a very good low end on this. And the other version, some people are calling the bass version or something. It has a little bit more lower end, but this still, in general, these have very good bass. They have decent mids. The mids can be a little thick, vocal-wise, and there is some forwardness to that as well. Treble is extended. It doesn't overextend. Now it can, any track, especially when the treble goes up, you get that kind of scoop, that V shape there. You get the mids get a little bit of recession, the bass gets boosted, the treble gets boosted, and you can definitely get a little bit of, shoutiness on some tracks. But in general, this sounded excellent on the equipment that I used. I didn't get any harshness from the treble. It wasn't overextended, and there wasn't any shoutiness between the mids and the treble there. It just came across good. It had some good tonality to it. There's a good amount of details considering, it's a planar magnetic, so you're going to expect some good stuff there, some good planar mids. So overall, this sounds rich. It sounds fun. And it definitely has some good soundstage as well. It seems reasonably accurate, the soundstage, nice and wide. There is good details here. It does a decent job with technicalities in that. I mean, I'm not going to put this up against a $300 IEM, but it really does a good job considering it's under $100. So that said, I really do like these, and I'm deciding on whether these are going in the favorites list. I mean, there's so many things in the lower budget ranges, but these are very good. They're excellent. Comfort-wise, obviously, it's KZ. It's got that guitar pick kind of shape. They're not overly big. They fit in my ears good. There was definitely good isolation there as well. And just overall, this performed excellent. You know, it's a planar magnetic. Like I said, it's a 13.2 millimeter true planar magnetic. Little guy right in there. And it's amazing that it isn't like 32 ohms or higher, but it is easy to run. And I think at higher volumes, you may get a little bit of the harshness there, especially in between the upper mids and the lower treble. But at normal volumes on normal equipment, if you're running it off a dongle, sounds superb. Not that it didn't sound good off the V6 and the Griffin and the TK2. It sounded really good. But these shine using just a dongle. Maybe your phone. Depends on your phone. That's a big if there, depending on phones, because every phone sounds different. Computer, stuff like that. I would recommend a DAC amplifier, whether it be a dongle, a Bluetooth is another good option. Something like from FiO, like the BT series, or one of the other brands that are out now. The 5K, that's another good one. It really does have some good performance. It's a really nice, fun sounding IM. It's got really good bass, especially if you're listening to like hip hop or something like that. You definitely hear that bass kick in, and it can handle things like classical music, opera, country music, anything like that. This can basically be your all-arounder that you can take with you, and you can say that, hey, I have a planar magnetic earphone, because it really is cool. I mean, really cool. I mean, I've had the P1 and a i3 and the Pro, and there's just so many planners out right now. But this one's under $100, and it definitely sounds good. Definitely has that KC house sound, but a little bit better on the bass and treble than some of the past ones. And people still like those. I mean, the ZSN, the ZS10 Pro, not the new one, but those are very popular. And I don't have my 10 Pro anymore, but I do have the CCA C10 Pro, which is basically the ZS10 Pro. Excellent. Excellent overall if you're looking for a fun, planar dynamic earphone that has a decent amount of details, clarity, and just overall a really fun sounding shape. I hope this video was informative. Thank you so much for watching. Please be safe, and this has been the KZ PR1, the HiFi version. If this was the balanced or the standard version, depending on where you're reading it from, this back part would be plastic or resin, and it would be tuned just a little bit more low end there, and a little bit different in the treble response, maybe more toward the CCA planar that came out, it would sound. But overall, this really does sound good. It's got some good detail. It's got some nice soundstage, some fun bass, some sparkly treble, and it just doesn't overdo anything. So that's what I like about it. Thank you so much for watching, and again, please be safe, and I really do like this. I think I am going to add this to the favorites list. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.